Good evening. I hope you are all well. Well, today I am going to introduce you to a no-code platform that is used for building mobile applications, right? As you can see on the screen, it says no coding is required. You just have to have your idea in mind, the logic flow, the design, and yeah. So why Thunkable? I think Thunkable is sort of like an avenue for people who don't know how to write programs using programming languages, but they have wonderful ideas. They can use this no-code platform to build a mobile application, right? In this scenario, this is for mobile application and it's operating agnostic. You can have for iOS and Android, right? Today, I'll be showing you how to build the sign-in functionality. So you're going to sign in, going to sign up for an application. We're going to sign in and we're going to use Firebase to get started. All right, cool. Let us jump into it. So I have already created some projects, but let's start. This one is going to be called block. You can just create any random category. Let's call it application. And then we're going to use this drag and drop builder. The difference between if you don't choose the drag and drop builder, there is another interface, which is the older interface for Thunkable. It's still a no-code platform, but yeah. All right, so now here's what you see when you log in. All right, so you have your screen, this is your mobile screen, and you can change some functionality on the screen. All right, this is some options. You can set the background, the orientation. This is your component tree, right? So these are all the components that you can put on your screen and your user can interact with it. And then this is your data, your assets, your settings. All right, and when you want to start with the programming per se, you use these blocks, right? We'll get into that. So I want to create a sign up screen, okay? So I'm going to say screen sign up, right? And I want it to look this. You can have a welcome, you can have enter your email, you'll enter your password and your confirmation, right? So, but before we get into that, let me show you the process flow of how I want this application to work. Okay, so this is the application. I'll just show you the sign up for now. And we'll move on to the sign in when we are there. We're going to zoom in a bit. Okay, so this is the sign up flow. So the page starts, right? I'm going to initialize some variables, right? What are variables? This is just stores of values, right? A variable is used to store some data that you're going to use, right? Temporarily, or sometimes it can be for long. It can be not temporary. It can be like semi-persistent. But we'll get into that. So I'm going to create a user ID. I'm going to need a user email. I'm going to use create a valid input, but and reset. What is going to happen, right? Let's just ignore these variables for now. But anyway, so remember you get to your social media page or whatever page that you have to sign up, you enter your registration details. These might include your sign up email, your username, your password, your confirmation password, right? So we're going to do some checks. We're going to check if there's an error in the input. If there is, we're going to inform the user to fix it, and then they are going to fix it. And then we're going to do that check again. If there isn't, we're going to use Firebase says functionality to sign up. And then if there's an error in calling that Firebase functionality, we'll inform the user that an error occurred and then tell them to try again later. Then just go back to we're going to inform them of that. And then, yeah, should actually stop here and not go back there because Firebase is telling us something. Actually, it can actually go back here because sometimes you might say that the password is too short or there's an incorrect format in your email, right? And then, however, if, let me just undo that and just, like this. So if there's no error, we're going to proceed to add our user details to our Firebase authentication app, and then we are going to sign in the user, right? And then if there's an error in signing the user, we're going to inform the user and they, if else not, we're going to set the variables that we initialized at the beginning to these values, and then we're going to navigate to our home page, right? So this is the functionality of the sign up flow or the sign up page, all right? So let's start building it. And I think we should proceed to first Firebase. So we are on Firebase, right? FirebaseGoogle.com. I'm going to go to my console, all right? I'm going to go to the console, and then I'm going to add a project, right? Let's name the project block 3, right? Or blockchain, because what we're trying to do is build a replica of a blockchain replica, right? We're trying to use a no coding platform to replicate how, to some certain extent, how a blockchain would work, right? So let's continue with that. I don't want to enable this, okay? And let me just go back there. What did I call it? Blockchain, blockchain demo. Sure. I'm going to continue. You're going to create the project. I'm just going to wait. Okay. While it waits, I'll just pause. Okay, so our application is ready. Our project is ready. So let's just continue. Okay. From here, we're going to create an app and we're going to use the web version. Okay. We call it my blockchain app. And then I'm just going to register the application. And while that loads, no, I'm not going to do that. So here's my keys. You can look at it now. I'm probably going to delete this after. So this is my API key, right? I'm going to need this. I'm going to copy this app and I'm going to take it to Thunkable, right? I'm going to go in here. You can call this one my not user authentication. Nope, not after that. I'm going to call this okay. And then I'm going to just go scroll down. I'm going to look at my API key. I'm going to paste that there. Okay. And that's all I need for now. Okay. That's all I need for now. Then I'm going to continue to my console. And then I want my users to be able to, for Firebase, to manage the user authentication, right? So I'm going to create something like that and get started. And then I just want with email, email and password only. No, I don't want this. I'm not going to, well, I think I have to upgrade to be able to do multi-factor authentication. So we're just going to save that. Okay, so we got that sorted out. Users, all right. And then the next thing I want is a database, a real-time database. And how do I add that now? It's somewhere here. Let's look for it. There you go. I want that. I'm going to create that and create a database. And add it create. Yes, it's going to be, I want it to be in the United States. I want to start in test mode, right? And I'll enable. I'll copy this link and then take it to my Thunkable, my database URL, and I'm going to paste it there. Let's look at it. Yes, blockchain demonstration. All right, so now we're done with that. Let us go back to Thunkable. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be our sign up page. All right, so let's first take in a label. Okay, I'm going to say let's move it. All right, put it there. Let's call this screen, or rather sign up welcome label, right? And I'm going to call this, and then I change what's in the text there. You say welcome. Started working. Welcome. All right, so there we go. I'm going to increase the weighting to be quite bold. All right, so that's what we want. And then I want my input, right? Nope, that's a button. But I'm going to need that sooner or later. So go ahead and take my text input, right? And I want this to be the email input, right? So this is going to be an input. So I can call it, let me just remove this text. Actually, let's keep it. I'll call this sign up email. So text input sign up email, and I'm going to say, please enter your email. Then dot, dot, dot. Okay, I'm going to copy it, Control C, Control V. And there we go. Going to add a little bit of space there. There's enough, right? Then I'm just going to change this to sign up password. Okay, please enter your, not your email this time. Let's move this way. Password, right? And then I want the password. Okay, if you look at it now, it says the secure text entry. Remember when you enter your password, you don't see the text, you just see dot, dot, dots. So this is what this toggle does. It's off now, so I want it to be on. There we go. And then I'm going to copy and paste this. And please same as before. Let's just see if we can get the same thing. Doesn't look the same, all right? Let's move this up. There we go. Then I'm going to select this, and then this is going to be password. Please sign up, password confirm. And then here I'll be like, please retype. And that's not how you spell retype. Please retype your password. And then from there, I want another label, right? And what this label, the function of this label is to show errors, right? In our sign up process. Okay. So I'll just put it like that. And I'm going to call this sign up errors. And I don't want there to be, don't want anything to be there. So I'll just remove that. It's going to be an empty string. Okay. And as you can see, it's starting to look like a sign up page or sign up. Yeah, it's called the sign up page. So now I want this button. And I want it to be called, well, the sign up button. And like you guessed, let's call this sign up. Okay. And then I want some information at the bottom here. Okay. And what is this information going to say? I'm going to call it sign up already account. And I call this label. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to say here already have an account. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to call this one sign in, and then holding it, sign up. Actually, let's move this. I wanted it to be consistent in the sign up, but let's call it sign up, sign in link, sign up, sign in link. Hopefully that's not too confusing. Okay, so now to preview this, let's preview this on the web. You can preview it on our phone, but let's just preview it on the web and let's see how it looks. Okay, so here's how it looks. And then I can say test, let's say the password and the password. And then as you can see, I clicked, it doesn't do anything, right? So now, but this is looking like a sign up page, right? So let's go back to editing, okay? Now for the functionality, we click on the blocks. Okay, let's go back to our previous page. There we go. So remember, this is our flow. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so we now have these blocks, and how we use them is like this. Let me go back there. Okay, I can select the screen, and I can choose what happens when the screen opens. Okay. Okay. So when the screen opens, what do I want it to do? Right. For now, I don't want it to do anything. Okay. I want it to sign up. Okay. So how am I going to do that? Remember our flow diagram over here? Yeah, it is. So we want, when the page starts, we want to create these variables, and then we want to enter our registration details, right? And then check through the inputs and see if there's any errors. If there is, we do something. If there's not, we don't do anything. And then we call this Firebase sign up, right? So let us continue. So I'm going to do some logic. We're going to say, we're going to do some logic. I want to loop through all the inputs. Somebody use this. Okay. I'm going to say for each item, right? For each item in for each of our inputs, right?